Ms. Bell.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're here today to say Ohio versus Tanya Williams, case number 24-CR-873. We are set today for a sentencing hearing. We were last before you on December 12, 2024. At that time, the defendant pled guilty to count 1, unauthorized use of the vehicle, a felony of the 5th degree, and count 2, forgery, a felony of the 5th degree. At that hearing, a pre-sentence report was ordered that has been. The defendant is present with Jim Knapp, day of jail time credit. Thank you.
Mr. Matthews.
Thank you, Your Honor. We are asking for community. Oh. I thought you said hold on.
No.
Oh.
I didn't say a word. I was just waiting for you.
Oh, fair enough. Thank you. We are asking for community control for Ms. Williams. We do, of course, have to acknowledge that she does have an extensive criminal history, but very much in the past for the vast majority of it. She's been pretty much out of trouble for the last 5 to 8 years. She is working full-time, as the letters that I submitted to the court, which I would note there are 7 or 8 other letters that I did not submit because they were somewhat duplicative in their content, but she does have tremendous support from her family, from her employer. I don't believe that U-Haul is asking for any restitution in this matter. She came up negative on both of her drug screens, and we do feel that she is an appropriate candidate for community control and that she will do very well if given that chance, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Williams, what do you want to tell me?
Stand up. I will say that this it happened a while ago. It was just I'm very sorry for, apologetic for trying to be nice to a family member, and I shouldn't have. And when I noticed that she hadn't taken the U-Haul back, I should have contacted U-Haul to try to work out something to pay them. I know I should have did that, but when she told me it was a while after, and I know it probably was a lot, but I still should have tried to work out a permit plan, but I didn't at that time. I had a lot going on in my life at that time too when she did that. I had many deaths in my family, and I'm still going through that a lot, and just a lot of things in my life was going on. And then I had really just got a good job, and I've been working there for like 5 years, so it's like my life is doing better, much better than I had in the past. As you can see, I had a lot of things going on in the past, and I did a big turnaround, trying to make that stay that way. And for this to come up, it really shocked me, like, oh my God, this is something that happened in the past. It came back, and I should have addressed it. Very apologetic that I didn't. And I'm asking that you would please, as my lawyer said, let me maybe community control or pay back some restitution or anything that I could do to just keep me going on the same path as working and doing what I've been doing with my life and staying on the right path and not go backwards. I'm just very apologetic and ask that you can see that I've been staying on the right track. I got my family, everybody, my sons and aunts and my mom, everybody behind me. So we're all worried about this day. As you can see, everybody came. So, because they know I've been going through a lot and I've really changed my life. So I ask all these things from you, Your Honor.
Where do you work?
University Hospital.
What do you do?
Main campus. The first year I was doing transport. Now I've moved up to lab carrier, ambassador lab carrier.
So what do you do with that job?
So I transport I transport the lab work, any lab work that the hospital, any patients have, transported throughout the hospital, taking it from here to there. And, I do 12-hour shifts, so it's like every day. Well, I work 3 days out of the week. And I pick up a lot overtime, so.
How did you get that job?
I applied, and then they gave me an interview, so I was so happy. They gave me an interview, and I went in, had to take a drug test and all that, and then they called me, and I went in. I was very shocked, but
Did they know about your record in the past?
yes.
So where do you live right now?
In Warrensville Heights, Ohio. I've been in that house 11 years. My son passed 11 years ago. I was in Atlanta, and I moved back to Cleveland when he passed ever since.
Okay. What, so with this U-Haul thing, why did you rent the U-Haul?
It was, my niece had called me. She had called me crying, telling me her house had been burned down to the ground. She was living in Cleveland. She called me out of, I don't know why nobody will help me, Auntie, please, can you just help me? I need to get my stuff out of it that I do have left and put it into storage or something. And I tried to go get a U-Haul, and my license suspended. She told me a long, lengthy story, and so I said, my license at that time was suspended. So me trying to be nice and shouldn't have, I went and got her a U-Haul. Not knowing that she wouldn't take it back for, I think it was like a week or so that she didn't take it back. And she called me after the fact. Like, Auntie, I went to go get the U-Haul and take it back, and it was gone. Of course, if you just left it. So.
So what ID did you use to get it?
It wasn't in my name, Your Honor. I used the ID to get her U-Haul, because my license, as I told you, was suspended.
So where did you get that ID?
Offline. I had it for a while, so.
When did you get your license valid?
My license has been valid for a couple of years now.
And what was the problem with it that it was suspended?
I was driving under suspension for, I think it was an accident from years before.
So what did you have to do to get it valid again?
I had to pay, I know at one point I had to pay $1,800 and something. Then I had to pay a lot of fees. And then I had other counties that I had to pay reinstatements to. It was a lengthy thing, but I did it over time. I got on a payment plan, finally got up my license. I still pay $100 a month because I have a judgment from an accident way back when my son was a baby. And I've been paying $100 a month to keep my license valid because I need my license for my job also.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Bell?
Thank you, Your Honor. I had the opportunity to review the pre-sentence report in this case, and while the state does acknowledge that there's been a hiatus from Ms. Williams' criminal activity, there's just a lot in her record that the state can't overlook, including 20 felony cases and 4 misdemeanors. The defendant has 3 prison numbers, and just in light of all that, the state cannot recommend that Ms. Williams is a good candidate for community control and would be recommending prison. Thank you.
All right, I've reviewed the pre-sentence report and the letters that Mr. Matthews provided me and considered all the applicable statutes. I'm going to place you on community cares with a day in jail with credit for 1. You're going to do 100 hours of community service over the next 2 years.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Maintain full employment and pay the cost and supervision fees.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So I'm not sure, and if either of you two can shed light on it, when this happened in 21, do we know the reason why it's became an information in 24?
There was a lot of warrants being done, search warrants getting records back, and the case just came upon my desk last year.
Okay. All right, so one of the the record's not good. Most of that's in the 90s. And there's, I think, something in 15, something in 6, something in 1, and the rest goes back. I'm not sure why you did what you did, other than what you told me with regard to this U-Haul. But since that has happened, you've demonstrated where you're at with regard to your job, with getting your license, which had to be a huge pain in the ass. And so that's the reason I did what I did. So do the community service, the rest of it's easy, and then you'll be done.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else?
The only thing, Your Honor, based on my review of the pre-sentence report, there is a probable cause warrant out for Ms. Williams, so just clear all warrants. Ms. Crook might be able to shed more light on that.
There was one through Trumbull County from a 2016 case.
Oh, my
Still
God.
out there?
Yes. We talked about that during the
Oh,
presents.
yes, and I called him,
Okay.
and she said, Richard told me that or something. And she told me to come on a Monday or a Wednesday and sign a paper or something, so I'm gonna do that. I mean, I called as soon as I left your office.
I'm not going to make that a term, because I'm going to assume that you want to take care of that, so there's nothing else hanging around out there. All right? Anything else, Mr. Matthews?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right.
All rise. Thank you, Your Honor.